So first disclaimer, I am not a cheese expert. I'm not a cheese expert. I eat cheese. I try to eat it in moderation. It's not one of my addictions. I mean, it's not like sugar, okay? So I can not have cheese, but I do enjoy cheese from time to time. And of course, France being, I think, the country most associated with cheese, fine cheeses in the world, I thought it was appropriate to take a look at some of the best cheeses that I hear them talk about, right? And one of them is brie. Brie is a very popular cheese. There are many varieties. So I would just sort of thought I'd come on to Google to try to find, as part of my research really into French cheeses. And so this is what I came up with. But brie cheese, I believe, is from a region between, say, Paris and Ile-de-France, going up towards the Marne, the Marne River. So the Seine, between the Seine and the Marne, you have these very sort of soil. The soil is very conducive to growing the kind of grass that feeds the cows, that provides the milk that makes some of these really great cheeses. So Brie de Meaux is one of them. I was up in Meaux a year, no, at least 3 years ago, and I had this. I got this, what do you call it? A souvenir from Meaux that I've kept all these years. So Brie de Meaux is very, very famous, right? And so it's one of the top cheeses. The Comté cheeses are sort of harder, and much more solid than, say, the Camembert or the Brie cheese. And it's very, very popular with the French people, with the Parisians. Okay, they eat this with, their figs and nuts and, you know, I don't know, cold cuts and, their wine and their champagne. I mean, what can I tell you? Okay, so there you go. There's also camembert cheese, which is, according to my research, it is a much softer um, cheese than brie, but it's similar to brie cheese, like brie de Meaux cheese, right? It's similar, much softer, and yeah, they much maybe would I say it's more popular than brie? Maybe I would even say that. Maybe I would say that it's one of the most popular, if not the most popular cheeses in France. And certainly it's very affordable and accessible to just everybody. It's not one of those really ridiculously expensive cheeses that, you can't afford, if you're not like, you know, an executive making big bucks. You can go to the supermarket and you can get a good camembert for less than €2. So another type of cheese that's very popular in Paris is Emmental cheese, and it's very hard and it's got the holes in it. And according to Wikipedia, it's originally Swiss, not French. Okay, Swiss cheese. And yeah, and apparently you can do a lot with Emmental cheese. This website is called Happy Muncher, and they have like all these different things you can do with Emmental cheese, like lots of different wraps with the cheese, and um, cheese with Cajun beans. That does look kind of good. That looks good. Oh my gosh, that looks so good in the winter time. It's so good. Wow, these look wicked. This is wicked. Um, this is from happymuncher.com, okay? And they have all these different recipes that you can do with Emmental cheese, which is loved by the French and the Parisians. The kids always tell me about Emmental cheese, and I'm like, I don't even remember what they say they make with it, but they know their cheeses from very young. You know, they know the difference in cheeses from the time they're very, very young. Wow, Happy Muncher is a nice website. It's unbelievable. It just looks so delicious. Mmm, yummy, yum. Do you know this website, Happy Muncher? Is it American? It's not French, but it just looks so good. Okay, it looks so good. All these different things you can do with elemental cheese. Not elemental. Elemental cheese, that's hilarious. Emmental cheese. Emmental cheese, okay? Emmental cheese. This is it right here with the holes in it. Up you have a poisse cheese, and that you apparently you serve these with potatoes, bread, and like melted. I think is this the cheese that Napoleon apparently liked? There's a cheese that was really liked by Napoleon, the emperor, and I don't remember if it's Epoisse. Epoisse. I had a list over here. What am I? Epoisse de Bourgogne. I think it was Epoisse de Bourgogne that he liked, right? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on any of this. And I keep telling you guys, I am not an expert on any of this. Wait a minute. Happy Muncher. Let's get back. Yeah, I think it was Napoleon who appreciated this cheese. Excuse me. I am a little bit sleepy. Come on. And the cheese is named after a village, the village of Epoisse. And at the beginning of the 16th century, um, hmm, seems to have had religious beginnings, and yeah, so that's fromage de Bourgogne. No, Epoisse de Bourgogne is the name of this cheese. Okay. And so you have apparently different producers, obviously, of the Epoisse, one being Maison Cardinal, and was it voted the best cheese in the world in 2023? Really? Super. Oh, okay, I had no idea. What does it say here? Mondial du fromage. Oh, okay. I had no idea. The best cheese in the world in 2023 was the Epoisse. Oh, wow. Interesting. Um, hmm. But I mean, hmm. I don't think I've ever had a poisse. It's probably too expensive when I go into the supermarket and, or even very rarely to the cheese shop and I see some of the prices on these cheese. I don't even look at it twice. I don't even look at it twice. But this was voted the best cheese in the world in 2023. A poisse. We have the Reblochon, and this cheese is from the Savoie region, and it's like up in the Alps, and they use this cheese for tartiflette, which is a potato and cheese dish that's very popular in the Alps with skiers and stuff like that. It's like after skiing, they like to have like, oh my God, excuse me, I am trying to wake up. I'm so sorry. the Revolution cheese. And yeah, from cheese.com. This was cheese.com. And let's see what else can we find out about it. It's, it's not a hard cheese. It's a softish cheese. I don't think it's as soft as, say, the Camembert cheese, but I think it can be used for similar purposes as the Camembert and even the brie cheese, right? So that is the Revolution, and it's from the Savoie, and it is known to be used by local folks to make potato dishes like tartiflette, which is a very popular French dishes, especially in the winter. Cheese they like is the Roquefort, and it's like a blue cheese with all these like blue like bacteria. I don't know if it's bacteria, but it looks like bacteria. Not my favorite cheese. Okay, it is very salty also, and I'm like just like it's too much, but very very popular um with the French and also with others around the world, in fact. And it's de l'Aveyron. L'Aveyron. It's a gastronomic cheese. And I'm not like, again, it's not my favorite, but very, very well regarded cheese. Um, by cheese lovers and yeah, by the French people and so on and so forth. This is called Tourism d'Aveyron. Okay, so if you're into Roquefort, you go check it out here because that's where it comes from, right? The next cheese is the Levaco cheese, and it's a hard cheese, right? So if you like the hard type, then this would be your type of cheese as compared to say like Camembert or Brie. And okay, okay. So there was not much there to tell us about the liver except that it's kind of orange surface and has a brown band and it's ivory body, smooth, brilliant, and homogeneous. Okay, so that's the liver and apparently French people like it. So according to my research, they like this kind of cheese. Um, it looks pretty delicious though. If you want to know the truth, what can they tell us about it here? Nothing. They don't have much information to share about it. But okay, now let's look up this cheese here, the Neufchâtel. Neufchâtel cheese. I don't know anything about this cheese, but apparently they love it. The cheese experts in France love this cheese. Okay, so let's see what it is. Neufchâtel and Pays de Brie. Neufchâtel and Brie. Okay, this is where it's made, and are they always shaped in a heart? Really? Maybe. It's like a heart-shaped cheese apparently. Um it's got it's labeled with the AOC label since 1969. That's a long time. The AOC label is the highest level of protection by the French government, I guess, where certain items like food are concerned, they protect them, and it's like a copyright, or it's kind of like something like that. It's not copyright; it's different from copyright, but it's a way to protect the item as being only authentic if it comes from a specific place. In this case, the Neufchâtel would be from France, and more specifically from Bray, and more specifically from Neufchâtel en Bray, right? And if it's not made there, it's not real Neufchâtel cheese, right? That's sort of the idea. And is it always heart shaped? I would say that if it isn't, it often is portrayed as heart shaped. So it's interesting. I think it might be a part of the brand. It has 6 different forms. Ah, okay. So it's not always heart shaped. Okay. So there you go. So you have monster cheese, which apparently comes from this area in France in Alsace near Germany, right? And it's a commune in Alsace, and this is near Germany, so you've got sort of that German architecture. And it is very popular with the Parisians and with the French people. It does have AOC protection, and it is a softish cheese, right? Nice on crackers and stuff. And yeah, I think that it's kind of like a basic cheese, nothing too original about it as far as I can tell. I mean, it's it's a cheese, and it's kind of it's softish. I wouldn't say that it's like the softest cheese ever. And it's made in Germany, France, and the United States. Oh, okay. Monster cheese. It was originally made by Benedictine monks that migrated to the Alsace region of France. Oh, okay. Mmm. Mild and creamy. Hmm. This cheese melts well, so it's great for putting in burgers or grilled cheese. Pop a slice over a burger whilst it's still on the grill for the full melted effect. Use your favorite bread to make your ideal grilled sandwich. Yeah, so Monster cheese is also one of the cheeses that is preferred by Parisians.